Yo guys, and in today's video I'll be showing you the timeline of Driving Empire from its beta days to now, because I really wanted to show you this because I made it and because that the game has been slowing down and I just want to go back and yeah, that's it. So let's get straight into this video. On July 11, 2019, Wafer was created by the creator of Vehicle Legends and Borges. The beta trailer for the game was published May 9th, 2020 by Borges on his YouTube page. During this time, COVID had started, so quarantine most likely helped this game grow to more players because of people always having to be inside. Around October 27, 2020, the game had its first big event, the Halloween event. It concluded of a few event cars and the player having to drive around collecting pumpkins in order to buy these event cars. This would be the start of the game's rise. Around December 4th, 2020, the game Wafer would convert into Driving Empire, which would be their first massive update. Soon after that, the game's first Christmas event happened around December 23rd, 2020. Like the Halloween event, it would include in a few event cars and having to deliver presents in order to buy these event cars. At this point, the game had a pretty strong fan base. Between this, the game would have its average amounts of updates, with sometimes having big updates like the expensive cars or the amount of cars the update offered, and small changes to the game's appearance. Around 2021, November 5th, the second Halloween event would come out. Like the year before, it concluded of a few event cars and collecting pumpkins to purchase event cars, with some main event cars, with one of them being the GT1. This car would end up being super rare later on in the game. Shortly after this, around December 23rd, 2021, the game would have a huge map revamp which included a new dealership and a stack load of new cars. This caused the game to have no Christmas event that year. In between that, like usual, it would have its average updates with sometimes a few map changes and cars being more realistic. After this, the game would have another huge update with a new dealership around July 9th, 2022. By now, the game was one of or the biggest car experience game on the platform. Around September 29th, 2022, the game's fanbase would receive some bad news. Lamborghinis were removed from the game because of copyright issues. Fans were devastated to lose their beloved cars. Around October 31st, the third ever Halloween event comes out. Like years before, there was few event cars, but instead of pumpkins, it was candy you had to collect in order to purchase these cars. While Lamborghinis being gone, the update included of Ferraris, Aston Martins, and Koenigseggs. But soon after that, Lamborghinis being removed wasn't the only bad thing that happened to the game. A company called Voldex had bought the game, or a portion of it. Their first update was an update everyone would soon hate, the gambling update. This update included of podium cars that you had to spin for, but rather than a daily spin like GTA 5, it was a money spin. Each spin would cost around 58k to maybe win a car with different rarities. This would soon be the fate of the game. Around March 1st, 2023, the game would start going downhill. Koenigsegg would be the next car to go missing from the dealership. Because of fans hating the updates so much, they emailed car companies about the models being used. After that, Bugattis, Ferraris, and Puganis would go all missing within a span of just 2 months. And the only good update happening to the game would be the housing update, which people wouldn't have focused on, knowing that all these cars would be going missing before that. Today, Driving Empire has lost a decent amount of players. They blame it on Voldex. Now fans hope that Borges, the original creator of the game, will come back and reopen the beloved game, Wafer Legacy. And that concludes the game's problems for now. This is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is the timeline of the game I created. If you could please leave a like and comment. You don't have to subscribe if you want, but if you want to, it's right there. But yeah, that's going to be basically the end of the video, guys. See you in the next one.